Hello, since I already have 3 viewers apparently. I'm just going to warm up the Jubilee here and let the bed get up to temperature and start some prints for tool number 2. That's mostly the plan for right now. And hopefully somebody will join me on the live stream chat. Apparently everybody's gone. I don't know where those 3 instantaneous viewers came from, but goodbye. Hey, how's it going?
It's going all right. Restarted my computer.
Gotcha. Nothing specific planned for the topic today, but I was going to start printing a second tool on the Jubilee for the Jubilee.
Okay. I'm going to continue working on the trying to get a working firmware for my ender over here because the stock stuff doesn't work. The bed leveling doesn't work because my bed doesn't match within the compiled firmware, and I've had some problems trying to get it to function.
Gotcha.
And I don't know what I did. I did something wrong. It's given me all kinds of some headaches. And I think part of it is I've got a broken compile environment, which, yay.
You know, one thing I seem to have noticed with the Jubilee is, like, I seem to need to run a mesh before I print. I don't know why, but, like, when I was printing yesterday, it seemed like I was pretty much ground into the bed a little bit, even after I homed it, after letting it warm up for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. I mean, at this point, I'm half tempted to remove my Visual Studio, delete it from the computer, delete all the records I have on it, and then rebuild the environment from scratch.
Gotcha.
But who knows?
You know, I watched the thermal lug, and doesn't really seem to... I mean, I do see it in the graphs. Like, I keep track of both of them, but it seems to steady out like 10 degrees underneath the Canovo pad. But in a way, I kind of see Josh's point about measuring the bed temperature at the edge, because it takes a while for the temperature to warm up over there. And
okay.
It seems to me that, I don't know, maybe it would be a good thing to wait for that to hit temperature. If only I could get a decent temperature out of it. But yeah, I think the real difference is the blue line really gives you a good idea of how warm the pad is, but it doesn't really give you an idea of how warm the aluminum is.
That's probably a good idea.
And I'm really glad I left both of these in here and not just one.
All right. I don't know if I have the second thermistor or not. I mean, I have thermistors, but I can add one, I suppose.
Well, if you go off the center pad, it's probably fine, but you're gonna want to wait a while before
no,
you.
my point being is I would go ahead and add the second one.
Because right now, I've been kind of watching the top of the thing with my heat gun here, and I'm at 59.1, and it's almost like the thermal lug is almost a flat 10 degrees low.
Well, what are you using to control it? What do you have set as the controlling temperature?
I have whatever Josh had.
Well, I mean, the idea is, what if you switched the controller to the thermal lug as the goal temperature? I mean, the center would get hotter.
I will eventually if I can ever get it to read the right temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cork gets warm, but it's a good 20 degrees cooler than the surface. So it seems to be acting as a fairly decent insulator.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to let this thing sit here for a couple minutes and just see. Damn, I'm pretty darn close actually here. Well, that's interesting. If I measure different points of the bed, I get some fairly different readings.
Yeah. It'd be almost nice to have a FLIR camera for that, so you can get a top-down FLIR camera.
I looked at what it would cost, and I just don't have the $200 to spend on it.
Yeah.
Especially since it's be mostly for shits and giggles at this point. But yeah, the center, of course, I don't have a Canovo pad either because I didn't want to wait for how long it was going to take to ship, so that could be a thing. But yeah, it looks like my center is almost a degree or so warmer than as I get out to the edges.
Well, there's an open source one on eBay for $42.
Well, send me the link and I'll check it out.
What's that?
Send me the link and I'll check it out.
I don't know how it's I don't know if it's enough to give you. Where's the there's the share.
So now that I've got the bed at a pretty stable temperature, I wonder, yeah, so it's a good 10 degrees under, like I said. I wonder if I should say, or start playing with the resistance value until it matches what I want it to. What do you think?
I'm sorry, I missed part of that. This link doesn't includes the board, but it doesn't include the actual imaging chip.
Ah,
Banggood's got one for 120 bucks.
so is playing with the resistance on the thermal lug the right way to quote unquote calibrate it?
So what kind of, I mean, the thing is you need to know what the sensor is, right?
Well, this is exactly the settings that Josh has, right? That's what I
Okay.
put in there, but I'm not getting the correct temperature.
Okay, hold on a second. Let's see what, can you put it up on, can you put in the Discord the link to the actual sensor that you got, as well as
Hmm. Well, I'll have
the
to find
config
it in the
file.
BOM. Hold on. I have no idea. But I mean, if your temperature sensor's not reading right, like what is the proper way to fix it? I guess is.
Um, one of the things is making sure that you've got the right, you're referencing the right chart, that the sensor is defined correctly. And so you used which one?
Trying to find it in the BOM, I forget. I thought it was a DigiKey thing, but I guess not.
Terminal.
Am I blind? Oh, here it is. He has it grayed out now. I wonder why.
MTC. I can't read it. So that's one you've got?
Yeah, that's the thermal lug.
When you've just posted it in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me look it up real quick.
Says it's supposed to have 10K of resistance at 25C.
Yeah, but there's a K factor for it. Hold on. Data sheet. Here we go.
Alright, so yeah, it says 3435, which is what Josh had in there for the K value. I'm assuming
Well, that's only
the B is the
okay.
K value. What?
Well, is it 10,000 ohms, 3435. It's a 10K, not a 100K. So let's see the.
Yeah, that's what I have right here. T10. So T is the K or the resistor value, I believe, right? And then the K factor is supposed to be the B.
Yeah, you got 2650 up there.
Right, because I was playing with it. But if you go back to, where did the sheet go? So then I guess the resistor value is wrong. If I put the K factor back, which was what, 34, 35 was it?
It's either 3984 or 34, whether it's the 0.5% tolerance or the 1% fault tolerance.
I have no
If it's
idea.
the 1%, it's 3435. I'm trying to find the exact model. I've got a. Got it. Stay where I'm telling you to stay. Okay, this is the NTC Cal UGO1.
Well, this here says, on the DigiKey page, it says 3984 for B25/B85.
Oh, there we go. Take it. It's the 39. It's a 3984.
Right, so that's going to be
10K
way off
3980.
then.
Yeah, so set it at 3984 and.
Yeah, this is going to drop it down to like 40. Yeah, 46.9 now is what it's saying.
Well, one way to calibrate it is, what does it read versus what is.
Well, what factor should you be editing? The T factor or the B factor?
Well, the T factor is Okay, so there's a couple of ways you can do this. One of the things you can do is, do you have another one of these, or did you get just one?
I have more, but I don't have
What's
it
that?
set up in any way, shape, or form to be able to swap it out easily.
Oh no, I meant from the standpoint of you get one, you put it in you mix a glass of water and ice, right? And that should be at 32 degrees because as long as the ice is not, ice water should sits at 32 degrees after it's reached stabilization, and then and you can measure it, and you put the sensor in the ice water and you measure the resistance on it, and then you get a cup of boiling water. And if you've got another thermometer, you can calibrate it against. You see how far you see what the conversions are. So you can get 200 degrees and 0 degrees, or what you do is you find something that's exactly 25, right? Which is 75 odd degrees, I think. I got really good. I got to the point where I could measure 75 degrees with my finger pretty accurately. I know it's chemistry tests. You had to measure it at a particular temperature. I was doing it every 4 hours for years. Meow. Meow. Yes, I see you coming with another one. So when you
Either way, what I'm trying to say is what value should be modified in order to figure out what the real temperature is.
hold on. Get a sheet. There we go. NTC curve calculation. There we go. It's all right. I'm getting the curve calculation tool. It's downloading. We're getting the RT tables. Waiting for things to open. Give me a sec.
No worries.
Come on.
I'm wondering if the thermalug is even wrong, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a really good thermometer for this. I have one that I use for fish tank aquariums, but it's like a meat thermometer. And then I've got my little gun here.
And I've got to get Excel to open up for me. Give me a sec.
Oh, I don't know.
Program is running. Please wait.
I'm just going to adjust the T value for the time being. It's not like I'm using it anyway. Calculating curves. Temperature units in C. We're going to start at, say, probably 20 C and go to 150 C. And you want to go by a 0.1 or 0.2, 0.5 temperature step. Let's go with a half degree temperature steps. Save the curve. Running the curve. The heck?
Stop it open now. Then I waiting.
Huh. I move the files. I wonder if it loads them in every single time. Because I don't have my,
And max hours. There it is.
it sounds stupid, but I forgot where the heck I modify the, or load the bed image in.
Okay, well, I have the curve table now for this. Yeah, I mean, it says 3984.
Like I said, I'm not even 100% sure that it's wrong, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it says at 25 degrees, it should be 10K exactly. What's the, I mean, yeah. What's the temperature do you think the bed is at?
Well, in the middle, I know I'm at about 39 point whatever. But towards the edges, it does get a little cooler. Maybe at some point I'll redo it and make sure I get a Canovo heater.
I mean, do you know what heater did you get? Because you might have the wrong sensor setting for the one in the middle.
It's pretty darn accurate. I track it with a heat gun.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure it could be a little off, but I mean, like I said, I'm within a degree, so.
Okay.
So if you move the STL and image file to Prusa Slicer, you will lose the graphic. It doesn't save it with the software, or with the profile apparently.
Really?
That's the way it seems, because remember how I moved it yesterday for the GitHub stuff? And then all of a sudden my Prusa Slicer didn't have it anymore. I just want to do one more extrusion calibration test cube really quick. Because I feel like my surface is still slightly over extruded. Hmm? Swear I just set this to 0. Hmm. Hmm. Huh.
What's that?
I just find it very irritating that I can't seem to keep my print settings consistent from day to day. I don't know what's going on, but now I have a gap on where my theme is supposed to be. Even though yesterday when I printed a test print, it was fine.
That's kind of weird.
Whatever. I don't know if it's something with pressure advance.
Are you saving the profiles when as you're working on them?
Yeah, I think I am.
And are you overwriting what you're doing?
I only have one profile right now, so I deleted everything else to make sure I don't accidentally use anything improperly.
Got it. Oh, I know why. Part of it is I'm impatient, and the studio takes a while to open.
Maybe it has something to do with single walled versus.
Okay.
Oh, right. I guess my first layer is not so bad. I'm within 0.02 of what I was going for.
Okay.
See, my wall width seems to be spot on, exactly 0.45 on all the walls.
Yeah.
I just don't know why the top of my print seemed to be a little over extruded.
Okay.
You know, it'd be kind of cool
What's that?
if we modified the black extrusion. Oh, black. I don't ignore the color. If we the piece that attaches to the rail or to the bearing on the
Okay.
tool pickup side, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, if we modified that so that we could drop a camera into it with like maybe a bright LED, and then
Okay.
after every layer we could snap a picture.
Okay.
Not sure. I guess you could do that in the layer change script.
I mean, there's ways to do that. Yeah.
Do you think that's just crazy?
No.
I think there's enough room that with a little modification, I think we could actually fit the camera that is recording the inside of the printer view I have. I wonder if the Pi can use a regular camera.
The Pi? Yeah, it can take a USB camera.
Well, I was just gonna say, and still do all the stuff that it does, like
Yeah.
snapping.
Exactly. You're just pointing to which a different camera.
Top layer looks pretty decent now. Oh, nuts. Oh, well. Forgot to remove the, what do you call it? The brim, no, not the brim, but the, skirt. So it just printed a new skirt on top of the old skirt.
Oh.
Hey, what's up?
So, I'm going to ask you guys a few... Hey. Oh, sorry. Wait, I've got your audio on, so hold on, I got to mute it.
Okay.
There we go. I had the stream audio on, so I kept hearing everything in double.
Gotcha. What's up?
So, question. On the tool changing, the tool lock mechanism, right? With the motor and the floating, all that stuff. Did you guys was there quite a bit of force behind the spring to
Yes.
get it in place?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Did you figure out the same trick that I figured out?
I don't know. Mine went together.
Of course I did.
Taking out when you're putting the spring together, backing out the bolt that goes between the two pulleys
Oh, and letting it spin?
allows
Free?
you to take all the pressure off of it, put it together, and then twist it, and then put it back into position.
No, I didn't do that.
Yeah, it saved my fingers a bunch.
Okay, well, you're a programmer. You've
So
got beefy weight fingers because you're a typist.
it's not so much that.
No, I'm just giving you a hard time. That's all right. I've been banging my head against compiling this firmware for
Oh no.
2 days now, and I don't know. I'm probably at the point where I need to completely blow away my entire environment and start it from scratch because I have no idea what's on here. I can't even get a terminal to open.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, new terminal. I try to. I following the instructions, and it says it's got a problem. Okay, the problem says hashtag include errors detected. Please update your include path. Squiggles are disabled. Well, I have no idea what that actually means in this particular instance.
Ah.
So maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I've been looking at it for too long.
So the only mistake that the only difference in my assembly of this and what is in the instruction sheet, by the way, is the 6 millimeter diameter 2 millimeter shim,
Okay.
and that's because there wasn't any in my bill of materials, and so I think I gotta go check. I think there's another bomb mistake that I gotta open up with
Got it.
Josh.
So what I just sent you there, Steve, and this is something
Yeah.
you're going to look at and know in about 10 seconds, right? So what I just sent you are the instructions that I am trying to follow.
Okay.
And I'm not using the precompiled firmware. I'm going from the release, the 2.0.5 release from
Okay.
Marlin. And, I'm going I'm following the instructions down the list. And I don't know if it's my environment that I've broken or what. And I don't know how to do a clean, run clean or whatever.
Yeah. Hold on, let me look at it.
Okay.
I've not messed much with platform.io. Back when I used to do Arduino stuff, I used the Arduino IDE for most of it. So did you get it from the GitHub?
Yep. Well, I went. So I went to the Marlin. I got the official download from the Marlin page. So I have the 2.0.5 release, and then I got the config files from this page for the Big Tree Tech page here for the 1.2. But I don't even have a build task now, so maybe I didn't open a project, so it's not recognizing it as such.
Let me. So it wants you to change. Are you enable? What are you enabling?
Oh, I'm BL Touch and NeoPixels, and I have to change my bed size.
Okay.
My wire is only 210 because I've lost 25 due to the. If I go more than 210, I'm going to hit the hard stop.
Okay, so and you copied the config H and config H from
Oh yeah,
SKRMini 1.3
yep. The problem I'm
examples.
running into is I've got no build tag. So I go to I do the Control A B, right, or Control Alt B for
Right.
build, and it says Command Platform IDE not found, and it's like, what? Why is my Platform IO build command gone? Not there. It's like I have no idea.
This is fun. Fusion is not.
This
You want
is
to
this is
screen
where
share
you
or
what's that? Yeah, I can
you want
screen
to
share.
screen share?
Yeah. Do you want to do it in a private chat or just on the general one?
Whatever you want. I don't care.
I'll do it here because if we go private, then it will cause problems. Let's see. Get out of this chat. That's the point I was getting at. There we go. Can you see?
Yeah, hold on just a second.
All right.
Yep, I can see.
Okay, good. All right. So I followed the instructions. So there's my platform IO.
Oh, wait a minute. You're getting really bad video quality for some reason.
Probably because I'm gonna do that. Is that better?
No, I literally your fonts and stuff are all pixelated.
Weird. Let me quit and restart. Let me do a quick check and see what my fast.com. Well, my download's 180 megabit per second. And my upload nine. Yeah, 9.6 upload. So my upload speed is crap right now. How's that? Does that make sense? That would explain it?
Yep, that would.
Did I pick the wrong screen? I picked the wrong screen.
Okay, let me see if I can. Oh,
How's that? That's any better?
no, not really. Is
That
it
could be
me?
it. All right. Well, I'll just see if I can.
How high of resolution is it?
It's a 4K.
Did you just? Oh, that's why. Okay, so what you want to do? Select just the application and make it like half the size of your screen.
Oh, let's do this.
Because that's what's killing it is the 4K.
How's that?
Oh my god, so much better.
Okay. All right. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can do that without breaking it.
Yeah, see, that's a little
fuzzy.
little fuzzy.
All right. Let's just
That's
do that.
that's mo better.
Okay. So outline I don't need. Timeline I don't need. I'm gonna.
Okay, so you have Marlin 2.0. Under there, you
Yeah.
have your config.h.
Yeah, and so I've made the changes up here. I'm going to scroll up to where the where you're
Right.
doing your environmental definitions are. Right, build root platform IO boards. Bum, 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 bum. I made the NeoPixel change, and then I went down to the board.
So see where it says problems 1?
Yep.
Okay, so click that.
It's just it's it because there is a period here.
Yep.
Was there a period there?
Save that. That should be.
Is there anything before that, or is it? I mean, what the heck?
It no the you should just have a white space. Yeah. What is?
Oh geez, T7. Okay, there should be white space up there.
Yeah. What we might want to do is just go grab the config.h again or revert it. So you've got. So hold on. Go to your branching over here.
No, I
Right.
didn't. I'm not working on a repository. I'm working on a clone, on a copy. I just
Oh,
down.
you should have just GitHub cloned it from GitHub in here.
I'm having all kinds of fun times with the cloning. It gets weird. Um. So this. Why is there? I mean, I'm not sure what this means.
Hit Alt F8 and it should take you to a peek of where the problems are showing up. So
Alt F8.
Alt F8.
Uh-huh. It's literally asking me to install something. Updating the include path.
No, it's saying your include path is not correct.
Okay.
Right? But it's also giving us some squiggles on your config file here.
Yeah, with the only squiggle in the entire config file is like.
Search for pound include. Yeah, so that's okay.
So the include is missing?
So this is why I wanted to use Git for this.
Oh, I can do that.
Because
That won't take but a minute. Let me grab it and
well,
start
here.
over.
So let me show you that you can do it right from here.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead, go to the GitHub source control tab there.
Okay.
Okay. And actually here.
Here's the easiest way.
Whoa.
Whoa. Actually, here's the.
Hey,
Nope,
CK,
Hey, CK, Robot, your audio's echoing back.
Is it still echoing?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, I'll mute it.
That wasn't me. Okay.
Nope. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the command line. So we're just going to go to terminal up top and say new terminal. And then right here, type the command git and see what we have. Okay. So now we need to know what the URL is. So go back to your instructions for where to get the repo from.
Okay, so the repo is I'm getting the official one.
Yes.
So I guess I need to go to the official Marlin repo.
Yep.
And then I'm copying in the config files from this distribution because because this one's out of date. So we need the config file. Yeah.
Let's start here first. Let's start with Marlin 205.
Okay.
Okay. So
Marlin 205. I'm at Marlin 205. Do I clone it?
So where you see the URL for cloning, like when you hit clone, it should have like a URL, right?
Okay. And just type git.
You want to copy that URL.
Right there.
And then just do git clone space and then the path. No, we don't want the readme part. Yeah. That's the GitHub from Big Tree Tech. We want the
That's not the one I
actual.
wanted. I wanted the
Yeah.
actual Marlin one. All right.
Yeah, hold on.
Marlin firmware Marlin. That was kind of weird. That's
Hold on, let me grab it.
there it is.
Yeah, you want to do that space clone space that URL
Okay.
and hit return. All right. So do a dir so we can see the directories. So we should have Marlin now. Cool. Awesome.
Okay.
So what we want to do now is let's go up to the files thing up here, and let's close the Marlin 2.0 the folder below the two. Yeah, that one. And let's look in the Marlin one,
Okay.
and let's look under config.
Now the configs here are going to be empty because Marlin has moved the configs off someplace else.
Okay, so that's what we want to go look at next is the Marlin configs.
Okay. Well, we're copying the configs out of the Big Tree Tech one.
Let me look. See, I don't know if you need to do that anymore
Okay.
because
Oh no. All right then. So to get those configs,
Yep.
you go here.
Yep. Yeah.
And then
Okay.
we go here, which I've already downloaded these, so I've got these already.
Okay.
Because those configs actually are already here, here, and here.
Yep. Okay. So we want to go under config examples
Oh, what the hell?
skr, and you're using the skr mini E3.
It's a Big Tree Tech, yeah.
Yep. Well, it depends on which one you want. Yeah. So copy both of those.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
And then
we close all this out.
we close all that, and we're gonna basically
Oh wait.
right. So we want it under the Marlin folder, and we want to replace those two.
And we paste it
So
right
we
in
just
here.
want to paste it here.
And it.
That's fine. We can
Okay.
delete the two that are there.
These two.
Yep.
Okay. So the U means what?
So that's a funny one. It means that they think we've added untracked files,
Ah.
right? Because it's version control.
Okay. So now we delete this one.
So I would do it this way. I would actually go to the terminal and do it, because if you do it via the UI, it may think that you're actually deleting it from the
Okay.
GitHub as well. So in the terminal, just go to, Marlin. So cd Marlin.
Geez, it's been so long since I've done Windows terminal stuff.
Yeah.
And the Linux stuff doesn't work here.
Hit M tab and it should pop for you. Sorry, what cd M.
Waiting for the computer to catch up. And I think I just crashed it.
That's not good. Oh, it started to come back.
There we go. Okay.
Okay,
CD.
cd space M, and then just hit space, or yes, yep, okay. And then M again, uppercase, and yep, and hit enter. And then,
No,
yep.
I just used an LS. There we go. Hey, that was useful.
Yep. So one of the things about PowerShell is pretty much most of the Linux commands are alias to the same commands in Windows.
Oh, good. Okay, good. All right,
So
now.
If you scroll up, we should see our copies. So yeah. So what we want to do is delete the configuration.h and delete configuration.adv.h and tab completion should work on that as well.
Okay.
So delete that, and then delete the configuration underscore. Yeah. There you go. Now we want to rename those two files.
Okay. And
So
it's
we want to
rename-
take the word copy off of the end of everything.
Yeah. Rename. Configuration tab. And it's just space with a new name, right?
Yep. Just get rid of the. Yeah. Yep. Oh wait. Here, we're gonna do it the easy way. Go up into the command line now, up to the UI now, and
Okay.
just rename them there. See, for a second there, it said deleted when you renamed it, because it's
Yeah.
tracking the files and it thinks it's deleted, and then now it's like, oh hey, there's a modification.
Look, there's a problem.
Right. So now, why is your include path messed up?
Is it the? I mean, that's all that means is there's an extended. Yeah, I don't know where my include path is messed up.
So go to platform.io. Projects and configuration.
Okay.
So let's say open.
Open.
Oh, wait. That's their okay. Hold on. Go to home. What's going on there?
It's so weird though. I mean, and there's the splat. It says show fixes. Control click. Edit include path setting.
Compiler path. This is almost like your platform.io isn't installed right.
Workspace folder.
Oh, wait. Okay. So here's probably what we need to do. So go up here and close this.
Close this.
So go up to File up here.
File.
And yep. And say close workspace.
Don't save.
Yep. Don't save. Think that is the problem.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're gonna go up to File.
We're gonna wait for it to catch up.
Yep. I think where it was confused is you had it inside of like a file. So let's try open project over here. Yeah. So let's navigate to where you had that. So downloads, right?
I don't know where it is at this point.
That was where we had it a minute ago. It was under downloads.
Okay. I really need to clean this all up.
Should be under M for Marlin. So there we go. And then under that, Marlin, now open.
Hey, look at that.
Yep, things are Okay.
Now I actually have the rest of the stuff there.
Yep.
Like this was all missing.
Yep.
And now I have to go back and make my edits.
Yep. Well, first let's just try a build. Like,
Well, let's go ahead and update the platform IO so we're actually using the right board.
yep. Default ENVs, I believe, is what we're going to change.
Yeah, so that gets changed to. And I think most of the time I know what I'm doing, except when weird.
So the reason that happened was it's all based off of your workspace root. And
Yeah, that's
when you
probably
opened it, you opened it a folder above.
Yeah. And then I need to comment that out. And then I need to put in the right. I just need to make sure that I want to make sure the environment is set up.
Yep.
And then I got to go down here. Okay, that should be all the environmental changes I need without actually adjusting the config files.
All right.
And then I should be able to do a check build. I should go out and grab whatever it needs. Look, I can get a forgivable payroll loan.
Cool.
That would be great. I do have an LLC still. Yeah, I don't know how I managed to corrupt the firmware on this machine, but I've been futzing with it for 2 days.
Oh.
And I tried to use the vendor provided firmware. Yeah, that wasn't working. And I'm sorry if I kind of hijacked the chat tonight.
That's all right.
This is a 32-bit board. And if this build works, then I should be able to make the rest of the changes pretty quickly also.
Yep.
So, I mean, I've already know what my modifications are. It won't take me very long to fix it. Is the image still sharp?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can make it just a little bit bigger. If it starts going bad, let me know.
Okay, we're good.
And I'm trying not to use the bug fix because I want the release versions.
Right.
For the moment. And I need this thing to print so I can make parts.
Well, I know with the SKR, the reason you had to do a bunch of weird stuff back in the early days was they didn't have their stuff picked up by Marlin Mainstream. So they basically forked a copy and had their own stuff. They'd submitted their patches to Marlin Mainstream, but they weren't accepted yet.
Yeah.
So they were selling lots of boards to people, and their stuff wasn't in Marlin Mainstream yet.
Yeah. But it's in mainstream now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this board is like a $30 board. This mini E3 board it's about $30, and it's a 32-bit board. All right, so what's that? Maple Library, some ADC. Oh, so everything says that this is a non-issue.
Yeah.
And we got to succeed. Okay, so we got to build.
Good.
All right, so now I make my config changes. Well, this is going to take just a minute. This is Keith B. because this is my Ender 3, dang it.
The hell?
And I'll probably go back and add bed PID tuning. Okay. I always scroll right past one of these things in here that I need to change. 2209s across the board. Z-probe uses that. Real touch.
I just had something weird with Fusion. Like, I used it on a couple different computers, and apparently it created versions that were actually older versions, but called them newer versions. And then when I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on, I ended up having to roll back like 3 versions to finally get to what was actually current.
Oh, that's not good. So it's using, this has got to be mesh, instead of mesh bed leveling, that's a manual. I don't want manual. I want bilinear. Although I probably have enough memory space for UBL, but that's okay. Restore the leveling after a G28, yes. The 5x5. This is something that people keep missing, is the safe Z homing. Because if you're 185, 240, nozzle park is set, okay. Print counter. I've got it. Where's my bed dimensions? It's one of those you scroll past it, and because it's like just a tiny little block.
You could probably just search for bed.
It's bed size. There we go. Text. Yeah, the x-axis is fine, but I lose 25 millimeters on the y. So.
Oops.
I basically added a NeoPixel light.
Nice.
And no, I'm not using 30 NeoPixels. I'm using 7. I'm using a jewel, an Adafruit jewel. It's a circle.
Okay. Yep.
One in the middle. Yeah. And then you can do things like your you have your pixel 0 is just basically a white light, and then you've got a circle of lights around it, and it does printer event, so it kind of sweeps through the sequence. Kind of neat. Okay, so that should give me a build.
Yep.
See if it works. Because one of the things I was running into before is the default stuff was essentially crashing the carriage, and it had the stepper drivers were just like all over the place. And if I get a good build that actually works a little bit here, I'll jump over to the advanced and I'll turn on some TMC debugging. Or the trinamic. You know about the M122, right?
No, what's up?
So what it does is it lets you actually, with the trinamic debugging, it gives you all kinds of good data on your drivers, but it also lets you adjust your
like your current.
You could do your currents from GCode. So
Okay.
you don't have to go in and recompile the firmware. You can all manage it through there. Now there's also, I think there may or may not be an issue here. I think they fixed this because the EEPROM, there was an overlap in the memory space prior. I think they've got this fixed now in the board definition because they're simulating EEPROM up in some other memory space, but their program space and the EEPROM was overriding each other, and that was causing all kinds of corruption and weirdness. So, my computer is not that fast. Seems like it takes a lot. It's like 2.5 minutes to compile, and I'm like, this is taking forever.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No, it's not. I mean, there we go. Hey, look at that. Okay, so now the fun part.
Oh, how do you?
And because I'm just sharing the app, you're not going to see these next steps. Because I am sending to the SD card. And check. Do you want to open this file anyway? No. Thank you, Steve. I've been banging my
No
head
problem, man.
and I didn't realize that I was having problems with my oh jeez. You've got to be kidding me.
I always work with stuff in GitHub or in Git, whether it's GitHub or not. Even when I spin up local copies, I just do a local Git repo
Yeah.
because then I can always revert stuff if I screw it up.
Got it. Okay.
And I'm very big about you make a small change, you make a commit, you make a small change, you make a commit, and then that way.
On fire, you make a commit.
Yeah. Well, at least that way you can always do the oh, I changed X. Oh
yeah.
shoot, when did I do that? The other thing is if you only make changes to that configuration ADV or configuration ADV.h, then you can always just do a git pull to get the latest, and it will try to merge your changes to their changes, and it will just tell you if you need to merge things.
Okay.
So then you basically can create a branch that is my configuration for the Ender 3, my configuration for, and you can always just keep those up to date.
Got it.
You'll save yourself a lot of downloading, re-downloading, figuring out what you did last time.
Well, now moment of truth. I have it up and running. I've got it on the screen. Let's try a home X. Okay. Home Y. Home Z. That doesn't look like it's in the right spot. Not only that, it didn't deploy. Well, that didn't work. I just drove the nozzle into the bed.
No.
BL touches are always a pain in the ass.
Yep.
All right, now I got to go figure out why it didn't, what I didn't catch. All right, Gmin probe.
So what are you laying out, Brian?
Huh?
Or Eric? Sorry.
No, I'll stop sharing.
Chimera mount.
Thank you. Now I've got at
Second
least something that will build.
Basic. Sorry.
Go
Go ahead.
Sorry. I was just gonna tell Brian.
Yeah.
Just remember to always open using platform.io and then just use open and navigate to the folder.
Okay,
Great.
so now I've got 3 pending changes.
Yep.
Do I need to fork it from here?
You don't need to. So what you can do is generally what you would do is you would create a branch, and then you would commit those changes to the branch.
And that would be maintained all locally, right?
Exactly. So the key to understanding Git is there is no such so.
Well, how would I
remote.
create a branch for what I'm working on right now?
Okay, hold on just a second.
Do you want me to share my screen again?
Yeah.
So we're back in the terminal.
Sorry, Eric. I'll help him with this real quick. So, what you want to do is do.
That was weird. What did I do? Terminal.
I don't know.
Terminal. There
Yeah.
we go. Okay.
Okay, so we're in our Marlin directory. If you just type git space status, it will tell you your branch is up to date with the original and that you've modified these things. And
Okay.
so what you want to do now is you want to create a branch. So you're going to do a git space checkout minus B as in boy, and then what you space, and then what you want to call your branch. So yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep. And then so now you have a new branch.
Okay.
And so now what you want to do is you want to say, you need to add those files. So the easiest way to do this is this. If you do a git space add dot.
And that's it?
What you're telling it is take everything that is in here and add it.
That's all I need to do.
Okay, not yet. So yeah. So now, well, no. So that works. So now do get status, and what that tells you is now you have modified files that are ready to be committed.
Okay.
So now you can just do a git space commit.
2 M's?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then a space, and then what you a checkout comment.
And a checkout.
Yep. Put a single quote.
Got it.
The hell?
That's it?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, I need a patch that.
Hold on. Not quite right. Give me a second.
Can I do it from the UI?
Yeah, you can. So if you go
Okay.
to over here, stage changes, and then
Uh-huh.
right click it. You don't want to unstage it. So click the stage changes. Oh wait. Your messages. I'm sorry. Slightly different UI than we're used to. Go to where it says message. Right here. Above stage changes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then click commit message.
Oh, I hit the checkbox. Right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And now we're in the branch. And now I'm working out of my branch.
We're in a branch. So if you go down here to the command line again and you do get status. So on branch ender skr ender -3 underscore skr mini 3
Working
E3
a clean.
1 2 nothing to commit working clean tree clean. The other thing you can do is you can do a get space history. Or not history, what is it? It's oh shoot. Hold on a second. My brain. So at work I've got a bunch of stuff set up.
Of course.
It's a git log. I've got aliases set up on my Linux machine. So if you look, you can see if you go up, the topmost commit should be your first commit.
Okay. There we go. All right. Now I can go back and fix this.
Great.
Now I can go back and try to fix it and figure out why it's behaving.
Well, hey, I gotta drop out for the night, unfortunately.
Thank you. Sorry.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Yeah. Sorry to hijack so much of the stream tonight.
It's fine. It's
But it looks like you got stuff actually working, so I'm super jealous right now.
well, sort of. Sometimes I still have an issue with my first layer. Don't know why.
Well, right now I have a pile of parts, so you're way ahead.
I put a lot of effort into that, so don't worry. But
I'm just happy I got the twist lock mechanism put together, and I hope I didn't mess anything up.
But just remember, Brian will be there every step of the way. I'm sure I will be too.
Alrighty, guys.
All
Have a
right.
good
Take
night.
care.
Yep, have a good night. So everything just started looking like it was printing fine. It did the perimeter just fine. And then when I went to lay down the actual print, it pulled up off the bed.
That's not good.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how it does the outer perimeter perfectly, and then it screws up on the actual print itself when it starts to lay down the first layer. Very weird.
chat, I think the line that you missed.
What was that?
Z-min probe uses Z-min end stop pin.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's on. Hold on. Yeah, it's enabled. Z-min probe uses the end stop pin. Usually what happens with that is because I've got a BL 3.1, I have to go to the advanced and set it to 5-volt mode for this pin.
Okay.
But I got to go look at it and see if that's it, because it deployed and then it didn't deploy. So I got to check the wiring and see if it's free.
All right.
Thank you.
By the way, since you're here again, the answer to your question was I'm printing off everything I should need to build a tool tomorrow.
Second tool.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, gentlemen.
Thank you.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
There we go. I remeshed. I don't know if it was necessary or not, but I also wiped it all down with alcohol.
That might, a little bit of grease on the bed makes a huge difference, and fingerprints do it.
Yeah. This all looks like it's laying down beautifully now, whatever the case may be. Oh, the other thing is I slowed it down to 30 millimeters a second for the first layer.
Okay.
Other than the fan duct, which didn't actually print all that well.
Oh, okay. Is it
but
not
that was,
printing well?
huh?
You said it's not printing well?
No, that fan duct didn't print well because it did. I don't know, some of that slicer stuff that I ran into that I was telling you about, how it's like you adjust a profile, but it's not necessarily the profile you think you're doing, or like you just, my understanding of slicer was too limited, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. Like, when it goes to do the infill for the first layer, it looks like crap. Like, it's all sorts of kind of like peeled up a little bit. And it just seems to be that way every single time I do a first layer, no matter what I do.
Weird.
The outer perimeter laid down, and it's laying nice and flat right on the bed, just like it's supposed to.
Okay.
No. No, the first few lines that it starts are actually pretty good. It's like later on, as it's going, it's like it's too much of the previous line is underneath the tool, so it's kind of squirting out the edge. That's the way it seems. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I've got the Z offset tuned to, I mean, like when I measured like the skirt, I'm like on the last part, or one of the last parts, I mean, I was within, it was like supposed to be 0.3, it was like 0.28. I mean, almost perfect. When I did the single wall test print, it was exactly as wide as it was supposed to be.
Okay.
So those metrics tell me that I'm doing well, but it just seems like I'm somehow a little bit over extruding or something still somehow. I think I'll also try to do a flex plate and just apply my same coating I put on my glass plates and just see kind of what what happens when I try to put it on a metal plate and see if
Okay.
the print still sticks or if it pulls right up off the steel plate. I'm really curious to see how a bed coating works on a steel flex plate. I also kind of like the flex plate I got from, what was it called? Can't remember if it was CME CNC or 713. I think it was CME CNC, wherever that went. But it actually has a tab on the edge of it so that you can pick it up a lot easier than like the other plate. Like these plates, I have to like stick a razor blade kind of like on the edge of it to kind of be able to pry it up a little bit.
So you need you got to have that in there.
You know what's interesting, when I was talking about how it was putting too much filament out,
Yeah.
on the narrower part, it actually looks fine. But as it gets into the part of the body that's got the biggest amount of surface area, that's where it actually,
It gets skinny.
well, that's where it seems like it's over extruding. But on the skinnier part up here, it seems fine.
I think one of the things we're seeing is I mean, I've seen something like this before when it's moving faster. You're using a Hemera, so you shouldn't have that. But it's like it's almost like the pressure advance is pushing harder. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
When it's moving faster, because it's trying to get more plastic out. But because it's a direct drive, it doesn't need to push that far. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but
Well, maybe. Maybe my Z height is errored on the wrong side. Like my height is just a tiny bit low. Like we're talking fraction of a millimeter, but
yeah.
maybe if I was the other way, a fraction too high, just the tiniest bit of fraction, maybe that would make a big difference. I don't know. Maybe I'll play around with tweaking that tomorrow. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm sorry.
Okay, I just heard a noise. I wasn't sure what it was.
That was me putting a flash drive in.
Ah.
So how's your words? How's your Ender 3?
And I don't have an Ender 3.
No, but we've got other people on the call.
Oh. CK.
Hey.
How's
Hey,
your
guys.
Ender 3 printing?
Right now I really got caught up with a lot of office work, so I didn't work anything on the 3D printer after moving. In fact, I'm still working on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Work from home didn't make me any free.
No, not even a little bit.
Why are you? How many hours are you putting in?
Not hourly actually. I'm salaried, not hourly.
Well, even if you're salary, there's still a number of hours you're putting in.
40 hours a week.
Putting in 40 hours. Why are you working on Sunday?
This was something that was supposed to be done on Thursday, and I'm still not able to finish it.
Got it. Understand.
Working solo on this. If it was a team, I think it would have been finished by now, but since it is solo, it's a problem. It's for a customer who needs to know some things, if that works or not, so I need to figure out if it's possible or not. Maybe I'll ask for help tomorrow. So I moved to a new place with a 2-bedroom. I made one full room for my computer and all the fancy things to do. And my bedroom for my sleeping. That's it. It's separate now. It's not in the same room. The second room is my basement. Hey, by the way, is my mic better?
Yeah, you sound great.
Clear?
Yeah, you sound much better than you had previous times we've chatted.
So what happened was this is a HyperX Cloud 2 headphones, gaming headphones. They have a USB connector, not the jack. So my Windows was not allowing me to increase the volume of mic. There's some driver missing. I don't know how to fix that. But I found a third-party software. It's called Audio Jack.
Yeah.
So that with the skin helped me to improve my mic gain. So I was testing, and then I by mistake had enabled listen to this mic on the same speaker I have on the table. That's why it was echoing when I connected in.
Gotcha. This is the
Wow,
first multi-part print.
nice. You're using Octoprint, right?
No.
What software is used to slice? Prusa? No,
Yeah, I'm using Prusa Slicer at the moment, but I'm using Duet Electronics. I don't need Octoprint.
you don't need Octoprint. Okay, I don't know. I don't know much about Duet, so I missed a lot of videos.
No worries. Duet has its own web interface.
Oh,
So I
nice.
figured out part of what was the problem. My end stop connector had come undone.
The
So
Z?
yeah, my
Z?
V end stop connector had come off the board.
It should be off when you're using BL Touch, right?
No. I mean, the BL Touch is plugged into the D stop,
Hmm.
but the connector had literally come undone.
Oh, the Molex connector on the board?
Yeah, it popped free because I had to keep reaching back there, and so
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, there's that.
Looks like you fixed your problem.
I think I might have. Except, you know. Now I got to do my Z offset. And that's always fun because you end up, you know, how do you calculate your Z offset? Well, it depends. You know, you move it down and then you move it down a little.
Yep. Do you do the test print, the test cube print or something?
Well, yeah, but before I do that, I have to.
Yeah, but on my Ender 3, I use the chips profile,
Yeah,
and I think I sent you the picture of the knob I printed.
it looks really good.
Yeah, for the first print, it was amazing. And I took the risk and then I just printed it. It went really well. And then I moved here. Ever since I didn't run it, so I don't know if something has changed. But I'm pretty sure it's not changed because I made sure that it is the only thing in the box and nothing else will touch it.
Got it.
Wow, now it's cooking.
Yeah,
Oh, look at the speed. Nice.
Yeah, the first layer I had it set to 30. The first time I tried printing at 40 and it started peeling up. I don't know if it was the speed, the leveling, or the cleanliness of the bed, so I did all three and then started again because I didn't feel like having it screw up again.
so they're looking better now.
Well, everything's stuck, so yeah.
I'm trying to get it big enough where I can actually see what it's doing. Okay. Yeah, it's moving really fast.
How fast can it go? 250?
Right now I have it throttled to about, I think it's something weird like 213 or something like that in the software. But it could theoretically go faster, especially if we put on some beefier stepper motors.
Nice. 250 is amazing. I saw a video where he was showing multiple speeds, how fast it can go.
Like,
I think it's only possible because of less weight on the rail. Is that true?
well, the Hemera is not exactly lightweight, so you could try going faster if I threw on something like a Bowden, which I'm considering. I have an older printer that I don't really use anymore, but I have a really, really nice extruder on it. It's a Bondtech.
Hmm.
And I'm thinking about using that to, you know what's
Oh,
funny? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
you're using just one extruder right now, not doing any tool changes, right?
Correct. Actually what it's printing right now is going to be the next tool.
Oh, so you're using same Hamera or Bondtech?
No, I'm not gonna. All of my direct drives are Hemera. Or Hemera, I should say. But yeah. You know, it's funny, by the way. The infill on the second layer looks great. Remember how? I don't know if you were listening or not, but the infill on the first layer could be better.
Hmm. I saw some feature called ironing that makes the top layer smooth. Have
Oh,
you tried that?
that is a whole different animal, and my top layers are fine. I don't need to quote unquote iron it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I've got pretty much the parameters tuned in as good as they're going to get for the time being.
Okay. We're looking okay?
Yeah. I mean, some of the defects from the first layer created some ripples on the second layer, but nothing too bad. I don't anticipate having any issue with these parts. Oh, I don't think that's accurate. It says 31 hours for layer time. Must be
Yeah, I don't know.
must be basing it off of the first layer. I don't know how it calculates that, but I bet you it'll drop after this layer, and then once it gets into the infill layers, I bet you it'll drop even more. There's one part in here that's a little bit taller, or a fair bit taller than the rest of the print as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fan duct is going to have several layers all to itself. But yeah, I'm printing everything in black for the time being because
Okay.
I don't want to waste what little of the cruciment I have left.
Got it. Yeah, my PETG all showed up today. The 5 spools today. It's kind of cool.
Nice. Yeah, I have a few spools of PETG that I ordered.
Yeah, I've been putting parts for the last 14 hours for the Ender plus, or for the Ender 5, and I'm trying to get the Ender 3 running, so, because it's the only one I can do PETG on right now, except for the big one, which is running face shields. So I need to get the Ender fixed so I can run the new motor plates, or the Z motor plates, because I have to make longer spaces.
I don't know how
Or two foot.
I don't know how Prusa calculates its layers because it's technically starting on layer 3 right now, but on the layer chart it just says it finished layer 7.
Maybe that's where it's already calculated all those layers. And it's crunching those along.
Well, it has layers 3, 4, 5, and 6 is 0 seconds, and then layer 7 is 6 minutes. It's
Weird.
like it's like it skips a whole bunch of layers for some weird reason. I have 5 parts on the bed. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Maybe. Seems to be screaming right along.
Yeah, it dropped the estimated layer time from 30 hours to 13 hours after the second layer finished.
Okay.
Like I figured it would. Yeah, I have a feeling the way the estimated layer time works is it looks how like the average time it takes for each layer and then uses that in the calculation somehow
Okay.
for like how many layers it says it's going to have. Oh.
So yeah, those are looking pretty good. If you see some things else that you would like me to change, I'll go ahead and I need to get some time to clean up.
Change what it?
I need to get some time to clean up the tool, and I've got a poll, or I've got a forked the Jubilee last night.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll build out the Chimera tool in the tools extruders.
Well, I don't know if you want what the changes I made to it, but basically
yeah,
I just, huh?
Yeah, if you do, we can incorporate it.
Okay, because basically what I did is I added 2 new holes so that you could put the
tool board, right?
yeah.
Yeah, because what I did is I put in 3 a triangle at the top, and I didn't add the spike at the top, but I added a triangle.
Right.
Adding the spike to the top is something else I need to do. I just haven't
Oh, that's something else I did. Is I added a place to tie the spike. I think is what you're talking about.
Right. So what I did is I added a triangle of inset, a heat bed inset for it at the top that you could attach all kinds of different. I basically created hard points that you could use to mount other stuff to it. Right. You make a little bracket that gets screwed onto it.
Yeah.
For whatever you might need. Hey, Colby. You doing all right? You walked in for a second. Oh, you just woke up. Okay. Okay. Auto-tune finished. Woo!
Yeah, the auto tunes worked okay for the big box.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I used the M500 command, it worked. So it's definitely just a Duet 3 thing, not a RefRap 3 thing. I've seen my top speed at 120 a couple times there. I don't know if, forget what I have the travel move set to right now.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah, perimeters, external perimeter is 80, internal perimeters are 120. And travel moves are 217.
Wow.
I wonder what I have the infill set to. 100.
You want 100% on the infill?
What's that? No,
Oh,
I meant speed. Yeah.
Got it.
And this should be the last solid layer. I'm gonna start doing infill layers. At least on the Hemera. I'm not sure how thick the other parts are. So there should be some infill layers on them though, I think.
Yeah.
I think I have my infill set to 15.
Got it. I think I've got really noisy sprinkling on. Because I've got lots of Jizzy Zags. I said Jizzy Zags, didn't I?
You did?
I do not have nice even lines on my temperature reading. They're like wiggly all over the place. So if I've got noise in my sensors, then I'm going to do that.
I wonder why the infill isn't at 120 with the perimeters. I wonder why Josh would have that set that way.
You can play with your infill. I mean, the infill could run faster.
Yeah, I would, but I don't want to play with it mid-print.
Yeah. Have you ever seen spaghetti infill?
Spaghetti infill?
Yeah, it doesn't actually lay down lines. It just kind of goes all over the place.
Sounds terrible.
What's that?
Sounds terrible. Alright. Get my finger out of the way. That's what it just told me.
So the spaghetti infill is it's experimental.
And what's it supposed to accomplish? Like, why is it, I guess, why did somebody want to invent it?
Well, it prints the infill every so often, but it'll end up in the model in a chaotic way. This will print infill faster, but also reduce model stability. There's also a conical support. Conical support is new. It prints the support skinny at the bottom and gets wider as it goes up. So you can use less material. Then there's whole coasting thing. Braxius, I think it is. You can also tell them to break up support in chunks. So what it does is it takes the support material and separates it into sections.
And this thing is cruising. Hey, the print fan's on. Yeah, so my plans for the immediate future are get dual prints to work, and then probably we'll take a hiatus from the Jubilee for a little while and finish getting my laser going.
Okay.
Because I was actually working on a laser before I started the Jubilee stuff. Oh, by the way, did you pick up your laser yet?
No, he hasn't even. He hasn't sent me. We talked about an invoice on Saturday, but it's Easter Sunday, and he's very Catholic, so he's going to send me. I asked him for an invoice. It's like I actually need an invoice before I can pay this, and the invoice has to describe what I'm getting. Because if I can't, I'm going to write it off of taxes for next year. Because if I'm going to pay taxes on this stuff, that I do, for people on the side,
Mhm.
I'm gonna write it off as a business expense.
Don't blame me.
Hey, look, my order was ready to pick up and it went to junk mail.
That happens.
I hate it when that happens.
What order?
Several boxes of cat food.
Ah,
I have like 3 cans left.
where are you picking it up from?
PetSmart right around the corner.
Ah.
And PetSmart has, drive by, throw it in the back of the car. Kind of thing. So he's actually writing up an invoice for me, so,
Looks like 15% might have been still too much.
15%?
Yeah. Looks like it could have probably gone lower. Well, maybe not. I mean, these are parts that are going to be thrown around a bit, so. Oh, I should go to bed. Why am I still watching this print? Probably because it's the first serious print job I've given it.
Yeah?
And I just want to enjoy it for a minute. Oh, you know what I forgot to print? I forgot to print some caps for the spring.
Oh, really?
That will be quick though. Yeah, I don't have another set of spring caps, and I also don't have another spacer. I'll have to print another spacer for the what do you call it? Parking posts. But what I was thinking is I can continue doing like live streams for the Jubilee Hangout stuff, but I was thinking it might not be a bad idea to. Are you going to be streaming? Or I mean, are you going to be building your Jubilee soon?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually, the biggest thing that I've run into is I got to the step where I started building up my carriage. And then we were talking about putting in the bolts, the switches, building that switch into it. So I've got the screws on order and I've designed the part. And what I can do is I've already got another carriage. I'll go ahead and put it together with that carriage while I'm waiting on these other parts, because you can quickly swap those out.
Well, what I was going to say is we could switch the stream to come from you, or
I need to get some cameras out there, but yeah, I need to get better lighting and some cameras, because the bench that I've got to work on this stuff is it's kind of dark, and I can control it. I'll take my laptop out there and can control it, because I've got IP cameras. They're probably not as good as these. I've got essentially IP security cameras that I could just mount a couple on the walls and put one on the desk and things like that. I've got phones like Zoom.
yeah, I haven't read through it, but I think there might be a way to stream like if you wanted to use OBS Studio, I think I could use you as a source.
Oh yeah, I've got OBS Studio. I could set that up. I just
Yeah.
need to set it up. I've already done OBS Studio, and I've fed it a number of my security cams because they're all IP cams.
Well, what I was gonna say is there's a couple different options. One, you can just take over and stream to your own YouTube channel, or
Oh,
or I could just continue these Jubilee Hangout live streams and then use you as a source, and I'll host them.
okay.
Either way, but I was just thinking, you know, it'd be because there's going to be a whole lot of nothing happening over on my end soon, as far as Jubilee specific stuff is concerned. Like, you know, it's just going to be streaming at printing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't mind hosting and allowing other people to get the spotlight.
Oh, that works.
Can't promise I'll always be around to stream everybody's build, but
Oh, that's fine.
I can't wait to get the aluminum corner plate. I really wish, I know why Josh did it, but I wish he would have went with Mandela Roseworks from the very beginning.
For what?
Mandela Roseworks for the corner plates.
Oh, he's going to.
Yeah, I know now, but it's like I understand why he didn't in the beginning, but so, random question for you. Is there any particular reason you have the fan duct blowing all from one direction? Was it just...
I didn't design that fan duct.
Oh,
We could modify it
well,
and run it along the bottom there, and then have it wrap around.
yeah, I'd just like to stream air from two sides, because you definitely notice, or at least I have noticed on my big box, an issue from the side that doesn't get air.
Yeah.
Like if I do, like I did some single wall vase Christmas trees,
Got it.
and when I did that, I actually had one side of the Christmas tree had a couple holes in it, and it was the same pattern every single time I tried to print it.
Oh, that's not good.
And the only difference on that side is it's the side that was away from the fan, so. But I still want to redesign the entire carriage to allow for the coupling of a remote fan, more powerful remote fan. I have some ideas on how to make that work, but I don't know how well it will work in practice.